Looking back at the Grade 1 Madison, where she ran this summer, the Keeneland meet was altered this year. Bet at 9-1, but didn't really run great. But came back and scored at Delaware, an optional claimer. And then at Laurel in a track where she was even money. Didn't perform, but coming back, and I think looking back at in 2019, where she performed in the Madison on this particular course, the number 2 Amy's Challenge should be a factor. Jose Lescano will ride for McLean Robinson. And like I said, getting the 2-hole, I came up with that horse. The number 4 horse Into Chocolate is coming here from Santa Anita after winning at Belmont in the summertime. Went to Santa Anita on the Rancho Bernardo on the Grade 3. Didn't get bet really well. Ran up the track. But went over to Santa Anita and won at 6 furlongs with an 87 buyer. I think coming into this race, this filly by Into Mischief is going to be really, really set to go. I think that win, like I say, I do actually like to see horses who kind of move a little forward. I don't like to see them sap the well dry. But I don't think, that race at Santa Anita took a whole lot out of the horse. There's only 5 horses in the race. So I look for the number 4 horse Into Chocolate to run big tomorrow. As well as the number 6 horse Unique Factor. You know how good Peter Miller is with these sprinters on Breeders' Cup Day. This horse was also in the Rancho Bernardo where she was bet at 2-1. Finished 4th with Flavian Pratt that particular day. Horse has one race at Keeneland in that same Madison I talked about earlier. A long shot that particular day. Didn't perform. But like I said, you know how Peter Miller is getting Joe Rosario. I see no reason why the number 6 horse Unique Factor should be near the wire. And I'm going to use those 3 horses. The 2 horse Amy Challenge, the 4 horse Into Chocolate, and the 6 horse Unique Factor. Closing out the pick 5, we're going to go 1 mile and 5 furlongs. In the Aftercare Alliance, it's a grade 2 purse, $200,000 for 3-year-olds and up. On the dirt, I'm using 3 horses here. Let's start with the number 3, Rocket Tree. James Jerkins and Irad Ortiz team up here. This horse was bet as favored last time in the Miners Mark at Belmont, going 1.5 miles. Was bet like to 6-5, finished 3rd by 14 lengths. I don't mind that at all. The horse was favored. And so, something was amiss. I'm looking at the trouble line. It's saying the 3-4 wide, pursued, tired. I'm not worried about that. I know a lot of people might like to see miss break, stumble start. But like I said, the horse was 3rd by 14 lengths, was not his best effort. Before that, ran in the 1 3/4 Birdstone at Saratoga and the 1 3/8 flat out at Belmont. So he's been competing at the long distance. You want to see horses that can get the distance. He's 5 for 25 lifetime. Hasn't won since probably 2018. That doesn't bother me either. These are some old war veterans going, 1 mile and 5/8. So number 3 horse Rocket Tree, I'm definitely putting on my card. The horse I like best is the number 5 horse Tenfold. This is a Winchell Thoroughbreds horse with Steve Asmussen and no Ricardo Santana. So I'm wondering, I'm looking at Ricardo's been on this horse by Curlin, this 5-year-old horse by Curlin, sometimes in the past. Didn't perform well with him, but Tyler Gaffleon gets on. That's no, I'm not worried about that. Horse come off the Pinnacle Special, got a 97 buyer. The buyers really actually tower above a lot of these horses here. This horse also, I'm not worried about him getting the distance. Got a good post position. Good young rider, can get that 1 mile and 5/8 in Tyler Gaffleon. That's my top choice in number 5 horse, Tenfold. And my final horse I'm using in this particular race is the number 13, Cupid's Claw. Now, this race is on the grass, and this is a 5-year-old gelding by Kitten's Joy, so it kind of seems off. But at Santa Anita last time, he ran off into Tokyo City at 1.5 miles and won, going away by 7 lengths. So, September 27th was the date. Got a nice little 5-week rest in between there. put a couple of little maintenance works at Santa Anita just to show that, nothing really, a lot didn't get taken out of this gelding in the last time he ran in that race at Santa Anita. Post position is not going to really matter that much. Like I said, they're going kind of like an awkward distance here, coming out of a little chute. So I'm really not worried about the 13 hole here. So those are the three horses I'm using. The 5-horse 10-fold on top, but also using the 13-horse Cupid Claws and the number 3-horse Rocket Tree. So I think that was somewhere around $164. I think somewhere along the line I took out a horse, so it may be, I don't have time to kind of decipher through that and see how less that ticket would be, but nevertheless, those are the horses I like. I'm doing this in case, you're looking at handicap. The first race goes off at 8:30 in the morning, so California time. So, just in case you're rushing and you don't have that particular time to try to handicap, hopefully you can just skim through this little podcast and get out what you can. I'm also going to do Breeders' Cup races following, but I'm just going to do one by one. I'm going to they're going to probably be 6 or 7 minutes each particular race. I'm not going to put all 5 or 6 Breeders' Cup races on one podcast. Okay, so like I said, those are the pick 5 tickets, the pick 5 bets. So hopefully good luck. I'll go over the results probably next weekend. You have a good Breeders' Cup Friday, and I'll see you at the races. Bye.
This has been the exotic wager portion of Thoroughbred Ticket with your host, Kenneth Moultrie. Please tune in again next time, and especially share if this show gave you a pick 4, 5, or 6 that catapulted you to having a great day at the track.